It's really hard for me to beat anything.
You know,
did I just say that on video?
Yeah. Boom! Are you ready?
Yep.
Boom! What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com, alongside
Steve Shaw, editorial director at TigerFitness.com.
You guys know where we got these. Your questions from from my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Marc Lobliner. Why'd I put it there? Because I got like hundreds of questions. But these are the ones that I kind of randomly, I didn't want to choose the really bad ones.
Right, we don't want to really choose
the ones that nobody cares about. So we picked the ones that we thought you guys want to hear. So this one comes from Vincent Licari. I see a few people with tracking their workouts in the gym. Do you think tracking your weights and reps by going up on a plan is optimal or going by memory and feel? The question is, and let me rephrase this, is should you track your workouts? And I can opine on my thing. I want to hear what Steve has to say, but I think it depends on what level of training you're at.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when I was a young gun in '86, I'd have a little notebook.
I was 6 years old, dude. That Reagan was in office.
Yeah.
Was that the Iran-Contra thing?
We had all kinds of good stuff in '86.
Wow.
Arnold Schwarzenegger movies and all kinds of badass stuff. Pro wrestling was good.
Gorbachev.
Yeah, Gorbachev. Damn Russians. But yeah, I would track my workouts on a notebook. I would track it because I wanted to beat what I did on the previous workout. That was my obsession. I was obsessed.
Which later on became known as the most important variable in muscle gain, and that's progressive overload.
Yeah, I didn't know about progressive overload back then. I just wanted to get stronger. I wanted to beat what I did last time. How I train now, man, I've been lifting for 30-some years, and I don't track it anymore. Sometimes I write it down, but I ain't going to beat anything, really. So it's really hard for me to beat anything. Did I just say that on video?
Yeah.
I'm old. I can't beat anything.
It's not even worth trying. So let me get into it. Now, when you're a beginner intermediate lifter, you absolutely should write down everything you do. Here's the thing. Write down your main lifts. Like, I don't care if your bicep curl over the year went from 25 pounds to 30 pounds, okay? Right. What I care about is the big lifts, your main movers. If you're a CrossFit person, your snatch. Love snatch. And love beating it. So snatch, deadlift, squats, pressing movements like dumbbell versus barbell, things like that, shoulder press. The main movers, the primary movements are the things I want you to track. I think you should definitely track them. Now, realize that there's a couple things that are going to happen. One is gains are going to come. We did a video on plateaus. Gains are going to come slower and slower and slower and slower. But what you're going to notice is when you started and where you finished is you're going to have what should look like somewhat of a linear growth. And what kind of stalls that? Well, there's always going to be something called age-related performance decline. Whether you like it or not, if you start training in your 20s, by the time you hit your late 30s, early 40s, late 40s, early 50s, whether it's wear and tear on the tendons, joints, whether it's hormonal, your body's going to naturally decline. So what I'm saying is as you reach different levels in your training, you definitely need to adjust it. And also, a lot of people who are more instinctively trained, who are already super strong, like if someone's super strong, if someone can bench press, let's say if they can deadlift 2.5 times their body weight, squat double their body weight, and bench press 1.5 times their body weight, that's a relatively strong person. That's when that kind of person can take that relative strength and parlay it into more power, more reps. Because remember, strength is one thing, and that allows for you to recruit more fibers, but putting more people in the boat, putting more fibers, be able to recruit hypertrophy, hyperplasia, those are things that come from the higher rep sets. Those are things that come from building muscular endurance. And you can overload in more ways than one. We talked about progressive overload, whereas Steve was looking to beat his last week. He didn't have to beat the weight. He could have got 315 for 4 reps one week, but then got 315 for 6 reps the next week. So it's all about getting better and better, whether that's with weight, reps, volume, frequency. Those are all ways we can progressively overload the body. So my answer is, in your first 10 to 12 years of training, absolutely you should write down every prime movement you do, record it, and try to beat it like Steve did, accounting for deload weeks, and that's a whole nother topic. And then once you reach that level of maturity, to realize that if you keep going hard and heavy and trying to kill yourself and try to beat it every single time, that you might have some issues with injuries because you're not always going to make gains. Progress is not always linear. It's not always sequential, and go with that. So the answer is it depends on what phase of training you're in. But most people watching this are in their first 10 years of training.
Right.
You should absolutely track every single fucking main movement you do.
Yeah, you get out of it what you put into it. And if you are serious about lifting, and you are because you're watching this channel, there's no reason for you not to track or monitor your stuff. People who don't track their lifts, people who don't track their calories to some degree have a ballpark idea. People who never measure their arm size, people who never step on the scale, those are people that are just walking around the room blind. And those are the people that come to us every day and go, hey man, I've hit a plateau. And then I go, well, where was your bench 4 months ago? I don't know. Where's your bench now? I don't. How can you help somebody if you have if they have no idea? What
Diet's even funnier. How much protein you get a day? Well, I eat a lot of chicken. Okay, that answers it.
Yeah, it's like somebody coming to you and saying, I'm eating healthy. Can you help me with my diet? Well, what do you eat? I don't know. How many calories? I don't know. The same comes with tracking your workouts. You have to have some numbers. You have to get at least a minimal degree. You have to get scientific so you have some reference point.
So here's another thing. I'm going to do the stock analogy. Would you invest in a stock that had a 0% gain over the next 10 years? No, you wouldn't. Would you invest an hour of your time per day, 5 days a week for 0 gains? No, it sounds terrible, doesn't it? And that's what most people do. Go to the gym at 6 p.m. every day, because those people are usually the same people. Go to the gym at 6 p.m. every day for the next 2 years. Or go to the gym now and then go a year later. Take a picture of everybody there. They're not going to change. Because most people just go through the most. They're checking gym, check, but they're not maximizing their time. And that's honestly criminal.
Maximize your time.
Time is everything. You can't get time back.
Don't do this stuff without a focus, without a goal. Make it your goal to make progress.
And remember, the dude whose question I answered, he gets a free tub of MTS Whey just for asking a question, having an answer on YouTube. Thanks so much. Again, guys, subscribe to this channel. And Steve's in charge of the content site. So you go to tigerfitness.com.
Yeah.
And we have a ton of articles that'll help you reach your goals. Just simply search the site and you will find anything you need. We have things on pregnant women working out. We have things on SARMs. We have things on, what was the last one we did? We
have stuff on running. Who runs?
Crazy stuff.
You run.
And right. Cat yoga.
Cat yoga. We have cat yoga.
We have
all this stuff.
Be sure to check it out, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Steve's channel. Massive Iron.
Yeah, Massive Iron. I live too.
And that's not a game.